What's up guys, Coach Az here. I thought we'd sit down and have a little bit of a chat about supplements. And what I want to get into today is, do you need them? If so, what ones should you be taking? What should you be looking for? And when should you be taking them? Let's jump straight into it with, do you need them? I like to give direct answers, so let me just answer it straight off and then I'll give you a discussion on it. No, you do not need supplements to be a great fighter, but they can help. Now, this is a bit of a loaded question. If you follow any of your favorite fighters, UFC, boxers, kickboxing, Muay Thai, one thing you must understand is that these guys have sponsorships. And of course, the kind of companies that want to sponsor athletes, fighters, is going to be ones involved in sports, aka sports nutrition, aka supplements. So just always have it in mind that when you see a picture on Instagram or a video where they're downing some substance in a shaker bottle or they're pouring a powder into some kind of a cup, more than likely that is a supplement sponsorship. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they don't take supplements. I'm sure they do take them. I'm sure they take these supplements because they're probably provided to them for free. But all I'm saying is when they tell you that this is what's going to make the difference or that this tastes better than a chocolate milkshake that your mum would make, it's probably mostly just to sell you the product. Understand that all supplements really are a convenience food. They're a quick way, an easy way of getting a particular nutrients in your body rather than having to cook, having to prepare, and even having to go as far as chew and eat a meal. Take for example a protein shake. Best way to think of a protein shake is like a chicken breast. That's effectively what it is for you. It's a very lean source of protein. It's not going to magically make your muscles grow. It's not going to make you stronger. It's not going to make you faster. All it's doing is it's saving you needing to go and cook a chicken breast and eat a chicken breast. Instead, you can just down a chocolate milkshake. And that's not a bad thing. Protein is one of our essential nutrients. It's something that you certainly need if you're exercising, if you're beating up your body. It's the building blocks of how we recover, how we recuperate. So protein's important. And if you can get more of it into your system and it's easier for you to drink one of these than to eat more protein, then do so. Just to reiterate my point, you do not need supplements, but they can help you to reach your nutritional requirements for the day by making it easier to consume certain nutrients. All right, if you're going to take supplements, what supplements should you be taking? Now, I come from a very old school philosophy of take as little as possible. I don't believe in all these powders and all these pills. All of this stuff, if you take it throughout the day, is going to make you this miracle athlete or amazing fighter. There's a couple of products that have been proven with science to work and to show effective results, and they're the ones that I'm going to recommend to you today. Now, the beauty of you following a small YouTube channel like myself, and thank you for doing so, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the button, is you can say with quite a lot of confidence that none of the stuff I'm going to be showing you today is sponsored. And it is not. All of this is stuff that I've bought with my own money and that I use for my own training on a regular basis. I'm only going to be recommending 3 supplements for you today, and I'm going to go in order of importance. Number 1 is a good multivitamin. This one I've got here is also combined with omega fats, so omega 3s, and I would recommend omega 3s as number 4 on the list if you weren't buying something that had it all mixed in one. The reason you might want to take a multivitamin, again, it's a nutritional booster. You should be eating a healthy, balanced, and varied diet that includes loads of fruits and vegetables, proteins, carbohydrates, and through that you'll be getting loads of micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, etc. The reason for taking a multivitamin is simply to fill in the gaps. It's to fill in the little areas in between that you might miss on any given day. Let's say you eat some broccoli, you eat an apricot, you eat an apple, you get plenty of vitamin C, you get a little bit of vitamin B, but maybe you don't get enough vitamin D. You don't manage to go out that day, you don't get any sun. This just fills that gap. It's not a replacement for healthy food. It's not a replacement for eating fruit and vegetables, but it is a way of ensuring that you're getting everything the body needs so that your body can operate optimally. Remember, I'm coming at you from the point of view of being a martial artist. So what's the most important thing we do in the day? Well, it's our training. And what do we do to get the most out of our training? We ensure that our body is working optimally. That means that you're adequately hydrated. that you're adequately fueled for the workout, and it means little things like this are taken care of, because this might be the reason that you're fatiguing in the later rounds. This might be the reason that you're getting cramps. This might be the reason that you're feeling sore for days after your workout. By taking a good multivitamin and ensuring that we're keeping everything level in our body, it means that we're giving our body the optimum chance for recovery, and it means that we're giving ourselves the optimum chance to get the most out of our training and even our fights. Number 2 is a protein powder. Now, protein powder is a really tricky topic because of just how much variety there is out there. So to keep this video simple and not make it 20 minutes long, here I'm going to give you a simple recommendation. Get yourself a protein isolate. So if you're getting whey, which means it's being made from cow's milk, get a whey isolate. This is going to be pure protein powder. It means that it's not going to be having loads of carbs in it, loads of sugars, loads of fats. It's going to just be protein. So if you get a scoop of it, you know you're getting about 20 to 30 grams of protein and not a lot of anything else. This one I showed you is a vegan protein blend. So if you don't drink cow's milk, if you are a vegan or vegetarian, whatever it might be, this is a viable option for you. So this one's from Bulk Powder. Again, not sponsored. This is just a blend of different versions of vegetable proteins, pea protein, hemp protein, etc. And this works out just fine. When we train, we break down our muscle fibers. So whether it be a pad session, a sparring session, conditioning, strength work, all the rest of it, our muscles get beaten up. We get micro tears. And when we go to rest for the next day, it's our protein intake that's going to determine how quick and how well we recover, amongst other things. Obviously, you need enough sleep, you need good hydration, you need carbs to replenish your glycogen stores, etc. But the protein, that's our building blocks. That's what our muscles are built of. So the more protein we can get in, the better we can recover between workouts. Now again, I'll beat the dead horse. You do not need a protein powder. If you can eat enough protein through eggs, meats, beans, lentils, all these different sources, then you will be absolutely fine without one. That being said, I often tell my guys to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you take me as an example, I weigh roughly 180 pounds. Therefore, I need to make sure that I'm getting 180 grams of protein per day. Now, when you lay this out into your meals, you're going to realize that that's a lot of food. And not only can that then be difficult to eat, but it can start becoming really expensive. And this is where protein powders come in. Take this bag of whey as an example. So this bag has around 40 servings of protein. By a serving, I mean it gets you about 30 grams of protein, which again, let's take our example of the chicken breast. This bag, I can't remember exactly how much it costs, but let's say that it costs 20 pounds or $20 for my American viewers. This is going to be far cheaper in terms of how much protein you're getting than buying 40 chicken breasts. It's also going to be a lot more convenient because you can drink this on the go. You can drink this wherever you want, whereas the chicken, you need to cook it, you need to store it, you need to carry it, you need to eat it. It's not a magic powder, it's just food. Finally, creatine or creatine monohydrate. Keeping in mind that I've done this video in order of importance to you. First, get yourself a multivitamin. That's the most important. Secondly, get yourself some protein if you feel like you're not getting enough in your diet. Do that by tracking your macros, tracking what you eat, and see how much you're getting. Are you hitting that 1 gram per pound of body weight? Finally, if you've got all of that ticked off and you've got some money to spare, then get yourself some creatine. Creatine is one of the few supplements that's been shown again and again in study after study to work, to be effective at producing better results than whether you were not taking it at all. Again, in the interest of keeping this video short and sweet, or at least not 20 minutes long, I'm not going to get into all the biochemistry of how it works with the ATP cycle and all the rest of it. In short, what taking creatine does on a regular basis is it allows you to increase your output during a workout, and it allows you to last that little bit longer and push that little bit harder. Not a magic pill, not a magic powder. It's not going to turn you into Captain America or Superman. It's going to give you, let's say, 5% on top of what you already had. And that's probably being generous. It's a supplement, so it's going to add a little something on top of what should be good rest, good recovery, good nutrition, good sleep, all of that stuff. All this is going to do is give you a little edge on top of that. It's not going to replace any of it. If you don't get a good night's sleep and you pound creatine, you're not going to see the benefits. It's widely agreed that creatine is perfectly safe for you, that you might just not want to take it on an empty stomach because it can cause a stomachache. In researching it, you might come across this term of loading, where you need to take a larger amount to start with and you load up on creatine. It's not necessary. I take it on a daily basis and it's absolutely fine. You just get it into your system. Once it's into your system, then it begins to have its effects. It just means that for the first week or so of taking it, you might not see or feel or notice any benefits from it. Finally, guys, let's talk about timing. When should we be taking our supplements? When is it useful? And I'll go through the 3 that I've recommended. In terms of your multivitamins, I always recommend taking them in the morning with your first meal. So you sit down for breakfast, you get a big glass of water, you eat your meal and drink a large glass of water to help hydrate you, and then you top it up with your vitamin. Realistically, you can take this at any time of the day. It really isn't going to matter. What's important is that you fit it into your routine so that it becomes a regular occurrence. I used to try and take mine before I went to bed, but I'd find that on some days I was just so tired, I was so exhausted from the day, or I was so busy that I'd forget, I'd go to bed and I wouldn't take it for multiple days in a row. By fitting it into my breakfast routine, it happens every single day. I know I'm gonna sit down at that table, I know I'm gonna eat that meal, and with it, I know I'm gonna take my pills. The protein powder, you can take it at any time, but again, think about the convenience of it. That's really what it comes down to. So some people, they use it for breakfast because they just can't stomach eating something like eggs in the morning. So you'll have a bowl of oats that will give you some carbohydrates, and then you can drink a protein shake to get your protein in for the morning. Most commonly, you'll hear about it being drunk after your workout. So you've done your workout, your body's all beaten up, and then you'll take your protein to help aid in the recovery. Don't listen to this whole thing about an anabolic window and there only being 30 minutes after your workout and you need to pound that shake to start recovering. None of that is true. None of that is necessary for you. Just ensure that you're getting adequate protein in and around your workout, but realistically, just throughout your day. You can, of course, just take it at the end of the day. I've had it on many occasions where I've looked at my macros and I've thought, I'm pretty low on protein today. I haven't got enough, so I'll quickly have a shake and that will just top me up before the end of the day. Finally, the creatine, again, timing really doesn't matter on this one in terms of when in the day. Just make it a consistent part of your timetable. So for example, if you know you're going to have a protein shake after your workout, and that's a daily occurrence, putting a little scoop of creatine in that protein shake is not going to affect the flavor or the consistency, but it's going to ensure that you're getting that in your system. If you don't end up taking on the protein shake, you can always mix creatine in with some orange juice or some kind of juice product just to disguise the flavor. I've even put it in my coffee once or twice just to make sure that I get it in my system. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you. I apologize if I rambled on about any of it too much. I just want to reiterate, supplements are there to just assist. They're there to top you up. They are not the magical ingredient that's going to make all the difference. The magic ingredients are sleep, good balanced nutrition, good workouts, good rest, and good pressure, good competition. If you've got those things, that's what's going to get you there. These things are very much just the cherry on top of the cake. If there's anything else you want to see my opinion on, please drop it down in the comments below. Please hit that like button if you haven't done already. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you on the next one.